Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Mixed Texan Report. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. All right. Olive Garden manager fired after time off rent. If you're sick, prove it to us. It's from Fox Business. A manager at an Olive Garden in Kansas has been fired after going on a tirade about employees taking too much time off. According to a local report, the restaurant manager told employees in a written note that if anyone calls out, you might as well go out and look for another job. If you're sick, you need to come prove it to us. If your dog died, bring him in and prove it to us. Bring the dead dog in and prove it. The team leader claimed that staffing shortages had left the management fed up with the amount of personal time that employees were taking off. I came in sick. I got in a wreck literally on my way to work on time. Airbags, I think he meant one time. Airbags went off and my car was totaled. But you know what? I made it to work on time. There are no more excuses. If you're here to work and want to work, then work. The manager went as far as telling workers that if they must take off for a family emergency, they need to disclose details. If you can't say, too bad. If anyone calls out more than once in the next 30 days, you will not have a job. However, the ultimatum backfired, leaving the manager unemployed for the holidays. The restaurant's parent company, Darden, confirmed to the outlet that the manager has been fired. We strive to provide a caring and respectful work environment for our team members. This message is not aligned with our company's values. We can confirm we have parted ways with this manager. Right. Some of the comments here. The manager's frustration is justified. His message was not. It's hard to run a business, especially with such low margins. Thanks to the left, people have developed a lazy work ethic, and to go along with their entitlement attitude. That manager was tired of having to do their jobs while they're recovering from hangovers. I told an employee of mine, I'm not going to do your job while you get paid for it. I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of these comments here are an understanding of this manager being furious about people not showing up to work, and I completely understand. We have a lot of entitled people in this country, and I get it, the restaurant business is tough for managers because they deal with a lot of call-outs. I don't work in the restaurant industry. Oops, I'm sorry. I thought I had this volume turned off. All right, we'll pause that. But it's tough to work in the industry. From what I've been told, you have a lot of people calling out. You have a lot of, it's what I've been told, people that come in, they drink a lot. You have some druggies that work in restaurants, and they deal with a lot of flaky people because anybody can get hired at a restaurant. From what I've been told, they hire anybody to wash dishes, to wait tables, to do whatever they need to do. And you don't know who you're going to get. So I understand the frustration because a lot of people are just not responsible. Like nowadays, a lot of people don't want to work because of the pandemic, and you have this entitlement attitude. And the work ethic is gone in a lot of these people. And I myself will never work in a restaurant because I know you do. You know what? If you get a chance, watch the movie Waiting. I love that movie. But it kind of gives an idea of what some of the workers go through in the restaurant industry. And you deal with a lot of rude people, a lot of entitled people, and a lot of that could be part of the reason some people just don't want to go to work because they don't want to deal with the dummies that they have to deal with, or they're just lazy. But I understand this restaurant manager's frustration, and it's a job I could never do, so I commend him or anybody that does that for a living, but I imagine it's very tough. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this manager's complaints or his frustrations are justified? Did he go about this the wrong way? Obviously, he got fired for it. So there's something he didn't do right, but he was completely fed up. And he said he came into work sick. I don't agree with that at all. But I have been in a car accident and my car was totaled, and I did make it to work just fine that same day, probably an hour after it happened. So yeah, um, you can get to work if you want to. You can take Uber, you can take Lyft, you can walk, you can call somebody for a ride. I mean, I've this was many years ago, but one time I walked 10 miles to work because my car was had a flat tire or something. I walked 10 miles in the rain to get to work. This was what, 2013 or something. Yeah, it's no excuses unless you're very sick. Dog died. Yes, I understand that. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.